Welcome to the Laser Channel. I'm your host Greg, and in this video I'll be doing a quick review on the Comgrow 10-watt laser machine. Let's get started and go over some of the details and parts that come with the machine. The Comgrow Z1 comes with all the parts that you need to assemble and use the machine. When unboxing, you're first greeted with this nice paper manual. However, I suggest going straight to the included SD card and using the included USB card reader to look for the latest and greatest instruction manual along with the software install and instructions with that. The machine also includes 5 wooden blanks for your projects, safety glasses, this piece of acrylic that's used to set the focus on the machine, all the tools that are needed to assemble the machine, and 2 wrenches for maintenance adjustments. Key features on this laser machine are the design of the side rails, both the sides and the top rail, along with the height adjustment on the laser module, along with some neat features on the 10-watt laser. Let's take a closer look at some of these features. Starting with the side rail, this 20mm by 20mm square extruded aluminum features this special chamfer or angled sides that readily accepts the guide wheels on the upper gantry. These wheels perfectly center up on the machine, and this side rail includes a 400mm scale. And if I didn't mention before, the work area of this machine is 400mm by 400mm, providing ample space and room for all of your projects. Height adjustment of the laser is accomplished with these 4 convenient thumb screws that allow for a wide range of adjustment. The included height gauge, simply place this on top of your workpiece and rest the laser module on top of the height gauge, retighten the 4 thumb screws, remove the gauge, and your laser module is now focused to the workpiece for the maximum efficiency in cutting and engraving. The laser module is easily removed for maintenance by removing the 4 thumb screws and removing the 2 small electrical connectors on the top. And we can see there are multiple attachment points for the thumb screws, along with this ample slot for maximum versatility in your work project height. Maintenance is easily accomplished on the laser module by removing the magnetic laser shield that protects your eyes. Underneath the shield, we'll find the lens. This outer lens can unscrew, and maintenance can be performed on cleaning the lens, both the inside and the outside of the lens. The next lens that we find is the focusing lens. One of the key features on this laser shield that's often overlooked is when we look inside, it is cone-shaped, so this high-velocity cooling fan not only keeps all of the electronics inside of the laser module running at a cool and efficient temperature, it also blows the air down past the laser lens through this conical shield to act as an air assist. The air assist in some ways helps keep the lens clean, but more so it blows the smoke away from your engraving process so that the laser can do a better job of cutting and engraving. Speaking of maintenance on the Z1 machine, these side rails are a dry rail system, meaning that there's no lubrication required for maintenance and proper operation of the machine. It only requires a dry cloth or finger to check to make sure that everything is clean. Other neat features on the Comgrow Z1 is that their wiring harnesses provide ample length for operation of the machine. The 2 wires going up to the laser module allow for ample adjustment in the height without straining any of the wires or connectors. The same can be said on the gantry wiring harness, that there is enough length here provided that none of the wires are strained, and this comes pre-assembled. This entire top gantry crane comes with the motor and the belts and all of this already installed, with only the user needing to attach the laser to this host bracket. Ample wiring and proper anchoring of the wire harness might sound like a very simple and basic thing, and it is. However, on other manufacturers, we've found that their wiring harnesses are several inches too short, and that puts a lot of strain on the anchor points, which has led to a lot of users having wires break or connectors fatigue and break in the middle of jobs at a critical time. In the front of the machine, we're greeted by the main controller box. This is the part where we connect the power and the USB cable. It's also where all the wire harnesses going out to the motors come from. Connecting the power supply is as simple as plugging in the port right on the side. On the opposite side of the main control box is the connector for the USB cable. And the USB cable is included with the machine. Mine is a blue cable that matches the blue accent colors of the machine. A very nice detail touch by Comgrow. The last thing I'd like to cover on the Z1 machine before moving on to my personal thoughts is this machine is equipped with limit switches for homing. The homing area for the machine is in this bottom corner. And the relevance of having a machine that can home is that you can take a wood blank, set it up in your work area, and the machine can go and engrave that pattern design onto your workpiece. It will return to the home position, leaving the tool bed open for you to remove your completed project and load in a new material blank, and just waiting for you to hit start again in the software where the laser will know exactly where it needs to go and engrave another design for you. In the machine tool bed area is the not included 400 by 400 magnetic honeycomb bed. The magnetic part is a really neat feature because I use these magnetic strips extensively on a lot of my projects. I simply place these down on the tool bed honeycomb, and I can very quickly build up kind of a pen, if you will, to keep my workpiece in the same area. It's always a good practice to secure your work material into the tool bed area so that it does not shift around during the project time. Now I can easily remove my workpiece and place a new one back in and know that it is exactly in the same spot, and I can run one of these or I can run 100 or more of these and know that each piece will turn out exactly the same. I performed some tests off camera of having the laser module return to the home position and then go back to a predetermined area in the workspace and draw a light circle. I had it do that about 10 times, and each time the laser module went back to the identical same spot and drew the same circle with no overlapping lines. That is very precise, it's very repeatable, and very accurate. The Comgrow Z1 does include the free version of Laser Gerbil. Laser Gerbil is available free to the general public, and Comgrow was nice enough to put it on the included SD card. The machine is also compatible with the ever popular LightBurn software and does include instructions on how to install that. During the assembly of the machine, I found that the framework here, as it's being assembled, it is a type of assembly that is self-squaring. The overhead gantry, as I had mentioned before, this comes all pre-assembled minus the user having to attach the laser module, because this machine does come in a 5-watt laser flavor and this 10-watt version. Key features that I like about the machine is this rail system that they have with the mating guide wheels that provide accurate and smooth alignment throughout the life of the machine. Before receiving this machine, I was a little bit apprehensive in this rail design, but having seen it firsthand, assembling it, and working with the machine for about a week now, I have had all of my concerns put to rest. The machine is very accurate. All the parts on here remain very tight. Another key feature that I really like is the ample height adjustment that is provided for the laser module to fit all different types of materials into the work area. Other machines on the market only allow for a small amount of adjustment. Once that adjustment runs out, the entire machine needs to be raised up in order to fit that work material underneath. With the Comgrow, there's several inches of adjustment, and I have not had to raise the entire machine yet to fit a workpiece underneath. There's a couple things that I would have wished I knew before I started assembling and using the Comgrow Z1. One of them was when I was first greeted by the manual. It's the first thing that I see when I opened the box. As I started using these instructions to take an inventory count of all the parts located in the box along with assembling it. This manual is a little bit outdated and it's a little bit lightweight. It could use some more pictures and some more pictures. Or it could use extra pictures and extra pages. On the included SD card is the full-length updated manual with many more pictures and many more pages. That's something that I wish that there was a sticker or something on this paper manual directing users like myself to go ahead and look at the SD card right away for the best user experience assembling the machine. I'm using LightBurn. I use it on my other machine. It's a great software. It does have a 30-day free trial so that you can try before you buy. That free trial, by the way, has all the features unlocked on the software package. While using LightBurn, me as the user commanding the machine to do things that it's not supposed to do, I was able to throw error codes in LightBurn that took me a little bit to figure out. While trying to reset the machine, and this is one of the things that I ran across, is as soon as this cable is connected to your computer, even with the power off on the main unit, the USB communication between the computer and the machine, that starts up already. And there was several times I was able to lock up that communication where I shut down LightBurn software and turned the power off on the machine, thinking that I was going to reset the communications over the USB cable. However, the machine still would not connect to the software. It wasn't until I discovered that I had to disconnect the cable in order to reset that communication line. Once I discovered that, things went a lot smoother, and I'm commanding instructions to the machine that no longer confuse the software or the machine and does not lock up the communication lines. So the machine does exactly what it's told to do. I was telling it to do wrong things, and that caused myself a little bit of grief. But a tip for you users out there who might run across an error that they can't reconnect to the machine, just shut down the software, shut down the machine, and most of all, disconnect this USB cable, reconnect it back up, open the software, turn the machine back on, and you'll be golden. One of the apprehensions I had about receiving this machine is the price point where it lies. Right now in 2022, this 10-watt machine sells for around $350 US. There's machines on the market in the 10-watt power range that cost 2, 3, or even 4 times that amount. So I was a little bit skeptical if this laser module would perform like a true 10-watt laser module and if LightBurn would really work with the machine the way that it is advertised. After using the machine for about a week now, I'm finding that this is an exceptionally great value at great performance that matches the expensive products that are on the market currently. In a market where you find a deal that's too good to be true, it usually is. The Comgrow seems to be that exception, providing great value with exceptional performance in both the speed and the power of the laser module, along with being compatible with the ever-popular LightBurn software. During the week that I've had the machine, I did a test engraving and cutout with the included material that came with the machine. The engraving was very clean, bold, and deep, cutting down to a thickness that was about as thick as a dime or maybe even a penny. So that really surprised me, and that really indicates to me that this really does perform as advertised like a 10-watt laser should. The other neat thing is that this 3mm plywood, it had no problems cutting through it at a reasonably fast speed with only one pass. And what I mean by one pass is if I drew a circle on here as a cutout, it would only have to go around once, as in one pass to make the cutout. A two pass again would have to go around twice. If you'd like to know more about the Comgrow Z1 machine, I'll have a link in the description below where I have a full 45-minute unboxing, assembly, and review, including a test project on the machine. I also do an unboxing of the Honeycomb and the Rotary unit that is compatible with the Z1 machine. I hope that you found this video useful. I have a lot of fun making content like this for viewers like you. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Doing any number of those things helps this channel grow, and it helps connect content like this with other viewers just like you. Until next time, have fun, be safe, and most of all, be creative.